tomorrow. It's going to be Anita Bond, she's at large, David Grasso.
16-year-old Tiffany Missembe is the leader of Vote 16 D.C., a coalition of youth and adults who are fighting to extend voting rights to 16 and 17-year-olds in Washington, D.C. What do you say to adults who think that 16-year-olds aren't mature enough to vote?
I list out all the facts on why we should vote to these adults that might be against us. I tell them that we drive, we work, we pay taxes. Also, we're developed enough to make an informed decision in the ballot box.
Vote 16 D.C. is advocating for the Youth Vote Amendment Act of 2018, a bill introduced by City Councilman Charles Allen in April.
Well, if I can get you in high school starting to vote, when you're probably taking civics and government classes, and you're truly engaged, and I get you voting, more likely those 16 and 17-year-olds are going to be voting at age 18 and 20 and 22 and throughout their life. And that's ultimately what we want for our democracy, a highly engaged, highly informed electorate.
Back in 2015, Councilman Allen introduced the Youth Vote Amendment Act, but the bill failed to get any traction. Today, Allen and youth organizers like Tiffany are starting the process once again. But what's happening right now is approximately 150 people are listening to testimonies for or against the bill in front of the Committee of Judiciary and Public Safety. If the committee approves the bill, then it will be sent to the full D.C. Council for consideration.
By lowering the voting age to 16, you're giving more of a voice to the youth in D.C., but also the Black community, especially those east of the river. I believe the voting age should be lowered because the youth are heavily affected by policies implemented in our communities.
Though the bill has gathered support, it has a long way to go. Professor Luis Caldera at American University explains the process.
Actually appear anywhere in the Constitution. Washington, D.C. is unique in how it passes its laws. It is a city government that effectively operates like the state government. The majority of the council have to vote on the measure, and then it has to be signed by the mayor. But unlike any other city or state in the country, its laws are subject to review by the Congress.
According to Caldera, the expansion of voting rights has a long and vibrant history in this country.
And the history of the United States has been to expand the right to vote. First to African Americans after the Civil War, to women with the 19th Amendment, and then to no one who's 18 or over with the passage of the 26th Amendment in 1971. That came about because of the activism during the Vietnam War, where young people were saying, if we're old enough to be drafted and sent off to fight and die for our country, we ought to be able to elect the politicians who are sending us to war.
Almost 50 years since Congress passed the 26th Amendment, young people are once again trying to change the status quo. Have you encountered students who are not interested in voting?
I have, and it's actually really sad to me because the number one answer that they give me when I ask them why don't they believe in this is because they say nobody's going to listen to us. That our current public education system needs to. If we lowered the voting age, kids would be more eager to come to school and they would be more eager to go out in the community because they know they have a say. Once they extend the voting laws to us, then politicians and council members, they have to come to us because we matter then. They have to have our vote.
For PBS NewsHour Student Reporting Labs, I'm Xavier Dominguez in Washington, D.C.